Hello, February 5th, 2010. A couple years ago I was outside the Skydragon Center talking with a couple good friends. And at one point, so I was on a diatribe, you know, sharing something I was thinking about. And one of the friends interjected something about their cat, because I was talking a metaphor of my dog. And then he started on a diatribe also. And so I kind of stood back and thought, man, I hate how we do this, you know, like everyone interrupts everyone, or they compete and the loudest person takes over the conversation. So I sat back and I looked at my friends, and they were both entrenched in each other, like just eye to eye. And I thought, dang, I don't want to interrupt them. And then I realized, but wait a minute, I was interrupted. And so I got kind of loud and a little abrasive. I said, man, we got to stop doing this. Like, this is just crazy. And got their attention. They both focused on me, and I went ahead and explained that I think that when we interrupt each other, it's a really bad way to communicate. We're all interjecting things, either that concur or something similar happened to me in this case, or you know, oh no, it's not that, it's this, or actually, and I just find it a really bad way in most instances to communicate. So a couple of days later, I bumped into the one friend. He goes, oh, Michael, you're so right, like I understand what you're saying, and we do that. And then I saw my other friend, Mike. It was Russ Smith and Mike from the Skydragon Center. And it's like I was glad that they saw and felt the same way. And so, but it still continues, and I still do it, but I'm working on not. Let me see what 2 minutes time. So this is kind of how I see it. So I'm singing my song, I'm telling my story, and I'm planting thought seeds, information along the way, and this is my destination. And if somebody stops me, and it's kind of like stopping the train, pulling into the station. And so what I feel that does is it stops you from hearing where I was going. It changes the course and direction, often, usually, of the conversation. Sometimes I forget how to get back to my conversation because the sideline tag goes off into a tangent, as it did in this case with Mike and Russ. So this is what I'm trying to do. I'm getting better at it, mind you, but I'm trying to put my thumb up when I want to interject something, and the next point I put my finger up, and the next point I put my finger up, and I allow you to continue on your path, because perhaps on the way you're going to answer one of these things. And also, as I said, I think it's a better way to communicate, to hear the whole story as you wrote it, rather than as you wrote it interjected by a heckler on stage, even if the heckler is a supporter, you know. And so that's what I do. I'll let you finish, and then I'll go, now what are these shooting off? And they go, oh, I can't remember what they are. But they come. I haven't had them not come. There's 3 of them, Michael. Think, oh yes, okay. And that's the way I'm trying to communicate, and I'm trying to share that because I'm guilty of it myself too. Like, people will be all talking at once, and then everybody raises their voice, and it's like the loudest person wins, and it's like, man, it's very stressful and uncommunicative. Uncommunicative. That word. Speaking of communication. But yeah, so I'm hoping that we can brainstorm and do all that when we're brainstorming. But when we're just conversing, I'm going to try to always do that and not interrupt you. Even though I'm still going to, because it's hardwired in me to do that. But I just wanted to share that with my friends and my community, and would love to hear any feedback you're inspired to share. So, and if I could one more thing, I would just say that watch how this is so prevalent in our culture, and how it often stops you from getting to the end message. Everything else was what you were leading up to, making your point, or showing the path to your point. So, have to create a good day, and let's listen to each other. Alright, there we go. Red Hill Man and the Bear Claw. Two of my beautiful